Welcome to this video on Introduction to Excel Functions Part 7. Under this video, we're going to be looking at how to split tests and how to rearrange tests that are not well organized within our worksheet. Now let's look at our data where we can now put our trim together, test to column and flash fill. Now the trim basically rearranges the text that you have within a column into an orderly manner, while the test to column is an icon that splits your text within one column into multiple columns. We also use the flash fill to achieve that purpose. So let's move to our data. Now we have this information here, and all we need to do is, first of all, we're told to remove all the irrelevant spaces and convert to lowercase. Now the function that does that is the trim. So I'm going to come here and say equal to trim, and I take this, I move straight to the value and I click this. Now that gives me the words organized the way it should be. But we're also told that this should be in lowercase. Now to convert this to lowercase, we'll use proper, which we did in the earlier video. So I'm going to come behind here and type that particular function, proper. So my formula is going to be equal to proper bracket open trim and then the text, and I get this. So now this is the word I need. I just double tap and I have the whole of my names complete. Now the next part of it is we're going to split this data into 3 columns. Now to split this data into 3 columns, we're going to use an approach called the test to column approach. It's a ribbon approach which is under the data tab, and in the data tools group, this is the test to column approach. Now to use the test to column approach, your data must meet some features. One, those tests you're trying to split must not be formula generated. That's the first thing you have to check. So if I come to this, I notice that this is formula generated. You can see that I have a formula here, which means this information here is formula generated. But if I come here, you see that they are absolute figures. So first is to convert this to absolute figures by copying and pasting it special, which is what we call paste special or value copying. Now how do you value copy? Highlight the whole of the data, take copy. When you take copy, go to paste. Under paste, you will see paste special. When you take paste special, you will see under the paste a value that you intend to paste only the values. So if I select values and I take OK, now I have taken out the formulas from beneath, so I have absolute figures now. Now alternatively, you can, I brought back the formula, I want to use an alternative approach. You can take copy. When you take copy and go to paste special, you will see under the paste values, you will see 1, 2, 3. So just click on that 1, 2, 3. It's actually pasting only the values. So now I have my values pasted. I'm going to split this into 3 columns. Now to paste to 3 columns, we have the requirement met, no formula driven. Now we also have to be sure that the information that we are splitting the text have a uniform delimiter. A delimiter is simply a common separator between the words. Now the separator I can identify from this data is space. After each name, there is a space. So the moment you identify the delimiter and the information are not formula driven, then you are good to go. So I'm going to click on this to highlight the whole data. Click on my data tab, go to my data tools and select test to column. When I select test to column, I'll see this under delimited as default. I'll click on next. The moment I click on next, I'll see this. Now you will see delimiters. So select your delimiter, which is space. I just select space and this is done. Now if your delimiter is not in any part, assuming your delimiter is a slash or is a column, just click here and manually type your delimiter here. So now we have space. Click next and click finish. Now the moment you do this, you now type here first name, surname, first name, and then other names, and your report is ready. Now let's go and achieve this same information using the flash fill. Now we have this. For the flash fill, what we're going to do is to copy these names, to type the first name the way we want it to be. Now you notice that some names are 2, some names are 3. If you type the first one having 2 and you flash fill down, you will have all your names 2. So you look for the longest name, that is either there's anyone with 4 characters, 4 names or 5 names, but the longest we have here is 3. So I'm going to use this cell, go to type. Now you remember we're also told that we need to type this in lowercase, so I'm going to type this in lowercase. AY, yeah, Mary. So this is the requirement now. I'm to type this in lowercase. So I've done it in lowercase and I've typed the 3 names. There's no other name that is longer than 3. So I just take my Ctrl E or flash fill. So I press my Ctrl and E, my flash fill. Now, having done this, I can now decide to split the information using my text to column approach. Thank you very much for listening. In the next video, we'll see much more of what Excel can do. Bye-bye.